Hi everybody, it's Emily from Rattle and Roll. I'm just here with you today to share some drama games that you can play at home, so we'll get started. So the first game that I think would be really nice for you to play at home is the bean game. Some of you might know it already, some of you might think, what is she talking about? So we have different types of beans that have different names and actions. So I'll go through those with you now. So the first one is a string bean. So a string bean is your arms are going to be super, super high and you're going to be really in tight like a string bean. A broad bean is where you're going to be as wide as possible and you're going to stretch your body out really, really wide. Then we've got a runner bean, so they run on the spot, or you can run around the living room or wherever you are, that's fine. So run on the spot. We have a frozen bean. So you just freeze in whatever position you're in. We have a baked bean. Baked bean is one of my favourites. So baked bean is where you're going to lie on the floor as if you're sunbathing on the beach, like this. Then we have a jelly bean. So a jelly bean, you're going to wiggle like jelly. And a French bean, you're going to imagine you've got a little beret on and you're going to go, ooh la la. So those are our beans that we use for the game, and you can do them in whatever order. You can ask an adult to do that with you and shout out the different names, but I'll do some with you now so you can play along at home. So let's start with runner bean and string bean and broad bean, baked bean. Okay, and can you move around the room for me? So you can walk around, you can jog around, whatever you feel like doing. Frozen bean. Ooh. Baked bean. Jelly bean. Frozen bean. Jelly bean. Frozen bean. And frozen bean. Lovely. So you can do that in whatever way you wish and get someone to help you. You could ask your brother or sister or whoever's at home and you could just play that with them. So our next game that I think would be really, really fun is moving around the room. So I will say to start with, but then you can get someone to play with you at home. So the aim of the game is I or whoever's at home with you will say, can you move around the room as if you are, and then they will add something on. So let's start. Can you move around the room as if you are a penguin? Lovely. And freeze. Can you move around the room as if you are a lion? Lovely. Really think about how you're going to move your bodies and what you're going to do with your arms and legs and your faces as well. And freeze. Can you move around the room as if you are late for school? Goodness. Lovely. Can you move around the room as if you are a soldier? Think about how strong your movements might be. And freeze. Can you move around the room as if you are a jellyfish? Or octopus, either or is fine. And freeze. Can you move around the room as if you are at your best friend's birthday party? Lots of excitement, lots of noise, lots of big movements. And freeze. Lovely. So our next game is, which I'm sure you know already because I'm sure you play it at school, is Granny's Footsteps. So what I would like you to do is I would like you to get somebody in your family to be granny or granddad at the front, either's fine. And they're going to stand at one end of the room and then everybody else in your family or whoever you've got in your house can join in so they can go to the other end, and then you've all got to sneak up together to get granny or granddad at the other end. And when you get there you have to tap them and say Granny's Footsteps, and then you get to swap over. Whoever gets to the front first wins and they get to be granny or granddad at the start. Okay, so you can have a little competition in your house to see who's going to be the best or who's the quietest or who can sneak the best. Lovely. And then another lovely game that you could play that can get you all really creative and all working together. If you've got enough people in your house, you can split into 2 teams and see who can be the best. And then maybe whoever is the best gets a star on the chart or a snack or something that is rewarding to you. That's fine. So 10-second artist. What I'm going to do is, to start with, I'm going to count down. I'm going to give you something that I want you to make in your team. And then I'm going to count down from 10. And then I'm going to say freeze. At the end, when I say freeze, you're going to freeze in your ending position. And then in your house, you're going to decide whose is the best. Okay, so let's start with, you've got 10 seconds to make a castle. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Lovely, so decide amongst yourselves whose is the best or how creative it is out of 10. Lovely. Okay, your next one. You've got 10 seconds to make a car. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Lovely. Don't forget to try and make your objects or things look like they're supposed to look. So if it was a castle, you don't want it to look like a piece of jelly on the floor. And lovely. So your next one is going to be, you've got 10 seconds to make an ice cream, but it has to have the chocolate flake in the top. Are we ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, freeze. Lovely, super work. So what you can do with all of these games is you can add your own little spin on. So when we do the bean game, you can add on your own extra little bits. So you can make up a new bean and a new action for the bean. And if you see any of us in the future, you can tell us how creative you've been and what new things you've made up for the games that I've set. Okay, so be as creative and as imaginative as you can be, and just have lots and lots of fun, and it will be a nice little break from all of the maths and English and geography and all sorts of bits that you're doing at home. So enjoy, take care, be safe, bye.